Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Stats and Chats. I'm Jason.
And I'm Bella. This week, we're bringing you our NFL recap and preview, our 2025 Year in Review awards, and a look ahead in college football.
Yes, you are. Yes, we are. So, bing, bang.
Oh, yeah. Bang, bang, boom. I forgot.
You got it. You did it. Hey, it is New Year's Eve. It is right before noon, and we are excited to put together our final episode of 2025, our inaugural year.
Yes.
And fun fact, as soon as we wrap this episode, we are headed to the Citrus Bowl. Bella's first.
Holy voice crack.
I know, right? I sound like I'm 12. Bella's first pro or college football game, right?
Yes.
And it just happens to be a bowl game between two perennial powerhouses, University of Texas Longhorns and University of Michigan Wolverines. Are you excited?
Yes.
Pretty good gift.
Yes.
Christmas was good.
Yes.
Lots of stuff and experiences.
Yes.
Which was your favorite of both?
My favorite experience is F1, and my favorite gift was my phone.
Oh, there you go. Cell phone, F1, Miami Grand Prix.
Didn't even know I needed it. That's JK.
Yeah. We heard about it for the last year and a half.
Just me and my iPhone 12.
I know, pretty awesome.
Not anymore. Tee-hee-hee.
What?
I said tee-hee-hee.
Not anymore? Oh, not anymore bugging us?
Yeah.
That's good.
Because my new phone.
I know, right? All right. For the record, not that you asked, but somebody received a Caleb Williams jersey.
Oh, yeah.
And I was pretty darn excited about that. Also pretty excited to be going to the Citrus Bowl today. And F1's going to be pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Later this year. Pretty good. All right. So for today's episode, we are going to dive into the chaos of the NFL following week 17, one more week to go in the regular season. And then we are going to wrap it up with our annual awards. All right. Well, let's dive into the NFL. Okay. All right. So week 17 wrapping up. There are new kings of the AFC and some familiar faces not going to the playoffs. Let's see. We'll start with the AFC first. New England Patriots. Very cracky today. Very cracky today. New England Patriots clinched the AFC East division title with the Bills losing and the Patriots winning. Bills losing to the Eagles in a very, very sloppy, cold, kind of the worst weather possible game up in New York. Drake May threw 5 touchdowns, 4 in the first half, and led the Patriots to crush the Jets 42-10. To win the AFC East and still be in position to be the number 1 seed going into the playoffs. On the NFC side, it was the Bears and Niners in the headline game of the weekend. Pulling out a crazy toe-to-toe heavyweight offensively battle to squeak past the Bears at home and have the clear path to the number 1 seed in the NFC West. A couple of breakout performances. One by the King, one by the rookie. First, the King, Derrick Henry. Speaking of teams that we did not expect to be in playoff position, had a career-high 216 yards, 4 touchdowns at Lambeau Field to demolish the Packers, 41-24. And then Bijan Robinson, not only of the Atlanta Falcons, but also of JT's Parrotheads. On Monday night, rushed for 195 yards, had 229 total yards, and led the Falcons to a surprise 27-24 win over the Rams. So that leads us to week 18. Winner take all slate in 3 divisions. First, the AFC North, the Steelers and the Ravens, the Buccaneers and the Panthers, and then the Niners and the Seahawks. Both of those teams are going into the playoffs, so it's just about who is going to be the NFC West leader and potentially the number 1 seed in the NFC. The other 2 games are elimination games. So before we dive into our top 5 NFL teams going into Week 18, let's talk about those games real quick. So Steelers and Ravens, who you got?
The Steelers.
Think the Steelers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Never thought I would be picking them, but yeah.
All right.
I
So
think they're even more consistent.
Even with the loss last week,
yeah,
and the Ravens win, you think they take care of it. Word is that they are expecting TJ Watt, who's been out, to be able to play in this game. So I think that would be a huge boost for the Steelers. I'm going with the Ravens.
Okay.
And if they're able to come back and actually make the playoffs, I believe they started the season 1-4.
It's so bad.
Pretty crazy.
I feel like they always do this.
They don't always do this. But I think the Ravens, man, they looked so strong last week. Derrick Henry looked unstoppable. So I think they are getting it together, and I think they take the Steelers. Next up, Bucks and Panthers. Who you got in this one? So the Bucks win and they're in. The Panthers can still lose and win the division, the NFC South, but obviously better if they win. So Bucks and Panthers.
This one's hard. I think I'm going to pick the Panthers because I just feel like the Bucks kind of just like leveled off. Like they started out really strong. They were like, "Oh, they gonna make the Super Bowl? Like, what's going on here? Oh
Yeah.
my god!" And then they just kind of like, "Clear." So I picked the Panthers.
I think you're right about the Bucks. Been kind of strange how they have kind of lost their mojo, even with some of their wide receivers who were out injured coming back.
Yeah.
Mike Evans was out for an extended period of time this year. So the beginning of the season, I picked the Falcons to win this division over the Bucks, and the Falcons actually, obviously, beating the Rams on Monday night, have come back and looked strong the last couple of games. I'm going to agree with you with the Panthers, but I'm not going to be surprised if the Bucks pull it out.
Yeah.
If for no other reason than because they've been there, done
That's
this.
the one like advantage that I think they have.
And the Panthers,
a lot of these like top tier teams don't really have.
Yeah.
Is like the experience.
They've been there, done that, felt this kind of pressure. The Bucks have felt this pressure. The Panthers really haven't, the team that they have right now.
Yeah.
So I'm going to agree with you on the Panthers, but I'm not going to be surprised if the Bucks take it. Last of the 3 division deciding games, the Niners host the Seahawks in San Francisco. With a Niners win, they potentially stay at home through the Super Bowl if they keep winning. With the Seahawks win, the Seahawks claim the number 1 spot in the NFC. They get the bye week, and they stay home as long as they keep winning until the Super Bowl. So who you got? Both won last week.
The Seahawks.
You got the Seahawks.
I think they have a better defense. I mean, both of these offenses are like really, really good. Have great quarterbacks, great weapons for their quarterbacks.
Yeah.
You're going to see that in pretty much every top tier team.
Yeah.
But I think the Seahawks have a much better defense than the 49ers.
Yeah, they do.
You saw that in the game with the Bears last week. There was no defense going on.
There was no defense.
No defense. It was just like a scoring battle.
Yeah.
Basically. So I think that's going to hurt them a little bit because the Seahawks obviously have the offense to score.
Yeah.
And if your defense does nothing to stop them and their defense stops you, then you have a little bit of a problem.
It's interesting. And again, this time of season, injuries play a part, right? And the Niners defense is missing a lot of critical pieces.
Yeah.
It is in San Francisco. I have not seen the latest line on the game. Man, the Niners were so impressive in the game against the Bears. So impressive on offense. But you're right, the defense. But then, how much of that is the Bears offense and how much they've improved, and Caleb.
Yes, but just saying a comment here. Bears offense, good. Seahawks offense, even better.
Yeah.
So
I'm going to go with the Niners.
Well, they're playing at home, and they don't seem to get a lot of calls when they're at home.
There's that. I'm
going to point that out. There were definitely some pass interference calls that were not being called.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the Niners. They are playing at home. I think they have, obviously, fantastic home field advantage. Not quite the same as the Seahawks, but I was just terribly impressed with their offense. I see a lot of similarities to the Bears offense. The running game isn't as strong as the Bears, but Christian McCaffrey is just so dangerous, both running the ball and receiving. I'm going to go with the Niners in a close one, and we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be exciting. 3 great NFL games to wrap up the seasons. All that being said, 5 divisions have already been decided, and we have a good idea. It's really about seeding as much as anything else. Who are your top 5 teams going into the last week of the season?
I'm so ready for this.
Let's
Ready?
go.
I'm a fly through this.
Do it.
Number 1, the Seahawks.
Okay.
They have a great defense, great offense that's set up for success with Sam Darnold, and I think the win against the 49ers will secure this number 1 position.
Okay.
Number 2, Patriots. Drake May, really, really, really great for this team. They also have Stephon Diggs, which is really good. However, their defense is kind of mediocre, and they don't have playoff experience, so that does leave me with, like, this new team doesn't have a lot of playoff experience. So that leaves me with a little bit of doubt. Number 3, Broncos. Really great defense. One of the best in the league. They have a good roster, they have a good coach, but I'm not sure if, like, the style that they play is going to be beneficial in the playoffs.
Okay.
Number 4, the 49ers.
Okay.
I think they used to have the advantage of being the team that was under the radar. However, I don't think they have that anymore. So I think the pressure might hit them a little bit, especially because in the last couple seasons, they didn't, like, their roster wasn't really complete. So I think with the full roster, at least on offense, kind of puts a little bit more pressure on the team. That's why they're number 4. Number 5, Rams. Top 5 offense that I think really drives the team. They have a strong defense and a strong quarterback, but I think the second half of the season has been a little draining for them. So I think they'll be a little tired going into. That's my top 5.
Good top 5.
I know. Pretty great.
I have 4 in different positions in my top 5.
Okay.
I'm going to go 5 to 1 because I find that more interesting. All right, number 5 for me, Seattle Seahawks.
5?
5.
I would not put them 5.
So I think one of the best things they have going for them through the regular season is that they have a massive point differential, meaning the difference between the amount of points scored compared to allowed, right?
I know what a point differential is.
Oh, right. But it's 181.
It's really good.
Really good. Only team to rank in the top 2 for both scoring offense and scoring defense. They average 29.4 points per game, and they average giving up 18.1. And they're riding a 6-game win streak. I
know. That's why they're my number 1.
So I think they belong in the top 5. As I said, I don't think they're going to beat the Niners. Who I have as number 4. Niners number 4. I think what impressed me about their performance against the Bears was not just how many points they scored, but just how efficient they were. They didn't punt the ball for 2 weeks before the Bears game. Like, that's pretty crazy. No punts. 0. That kind of offensive efficiency is really hard to they lead the league in red zone touchdown percentage, and they are 3-0 against the NFC West rivals on the road. So they've gone into each of their houses and beat them. So I think that's why I have the Niners above the Seahawks. And I think Purdy, kind of like we've talked about, that playoff experience has, although Darnold has too, but with a different team. Shanahan, obviously a ton of experience. So that's why I have the Niners above the Seahawks, and I have them winning this weekend. Number 3, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles.
They've kind of pulled it together.
Make the top 5. Listen, it was ugly in Buffalo last weekend. Like I said, it was 40 degrees and literally a downpour for most of the game. Like the worst possible weather I could imagine.
Yeah.
So it was an ugly game, but they are kind of bringing it together at the right time. They're the reigning Super Bowl champs. Yeah. So they've got the experience. They've got the talent. Their defense was suffocating against the number 1 rushing offense in the league. Now, there's a lot of asterisks there. Josh Allen is injured. He's got a foot injury. He wasn't as mobile as he typically is. They were very impressive to me. And I think going into the playoffs, defense as strong as it's been all season. They've got the rushing game, Saquon. I think they're going to be forced to reckon with. Number 2, Denver Broncos, for all the reasons that we've talked about. That defense going into the playoffs, scary. And I got the Patriots number 1. Obviously, they've won the division. They have a perfect record on the road this season, and 5th in scoring offense, 5th in scoring defense, and they've got a fearless head coach and quarterback. So those are my top 5. We'll see how it rolls.
Cool beans, Brosito.
Excited. I think it's going to be an exciting playoff. The fact that we are going into the NFL playoffs without talking about the Kansas City Chiefs is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Been a long time.
But who called it?
You called it.
Me.
I know.
Before the season
We should have had an
me.
award for the call of the year, and that could have been it.
It was me.
All right.
I literally called it before the season even starts. I don't want to hear.
All right, so that's the NFL. Now we have some superlatives. So the year in review, each of us have 3 awards that we want to hand out, 3 different awards. To recap the year in sports in 2025. So why don't you go? Do you want to go with your first award?
Sure.
All right. What do you got?
So first I have my Social Media Star Award.
Social Media Star Award. The Algorithm Buster.
You don't get to name. Okay. It's the Social Media Star Award.
Okay.
And it's the Savannah Bananas.
It is the Savannah Bananas.
My literal kings.
All over our algorithm.
Why are you so obsessed with the word algorithm? Algorithm. Such a millennial thing to talk about. Actually, wait, are you a baby boomer?
Do you want to elaborate on the bananas?
Well, yeah, they're awesome. And they're funny. And they're literally all over my For You page all the time.
And we are involved, currently enrolled in multiple lotteries for tickets this year.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed.
You can't get tickets.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
They're all sold out.
I think we have a good chance. I'm excited. All right, that's a good award.
Thank you.
You want me to go next?
Sure.
Okay. My first award is I'm going to go with the Worst Trade of the Year award. And this goes back a little bit, like beginning of the year. Luka Doncic being traded from the Dallas Mavericks to the LA Lakers for Anthony Davis, eventually leading to the termination of the Dallas Mavericks general manager. Dallas traded a perennial all-star, 26 years old, in his prime, for an injury-prone Anthony Davis. Sure enough, Anthony Davis went on the IR within a week of getting to Dallas, and Luka Doncic continues to dominate for Los Angeles. So that is my award for Worst Trade of the Year.
Cool beans.
What do you got next?
The Instant Classic Award.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear what this is.
So this is like what game is becoming a classic or is already a classic, was instantly a classic.
Yeah.
And I picked the Packers versus Cowboys game.
Okay.
Because it ended in a tie, which never happens.
Ooh.
Like, that's going to be remembered.
Yes.
So that's
the only tie in the NFL this year.
Exactly.
That's a good choice.
Thank you.
And it happened at the beginning of the season too. I don't remember which week it was.
every time their little records come up and it's like 9-5-1. Because there's one tie.
Yeah. Well, and
cool.
It's interesting.
Pretty cool.
Because the NFC North is so tight. If the Packers had won that game, you wonder what these last couple of weeks, because they just got blown out, what these last couple of weeks would have looked like for them if that tie was a win. Yeah. That's a good choice. I didn't even think about that.
Thank you.
That's good. All right. My next award is for the most clumsy and scandal-ridden comeback of the year. And that's going to go to Bill Belichick. So the perennial uber successful coach that led the Patriots to 6 Super Bowls while he was there, stepped away from the NFL, did a little TV work, and then decided to come back and coach college. Okay, that's great. He ended up going 4-8 with the North Carolina Tar Heels. They are missing a bowl game for the first time since 2018. And to cap it all off, there was a lot of weird stuff and a lot of weird headlines that were captured more by his 24-year-old girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, including some really wacky, strange CBS Morning News interview where she basically stopped the interview in the middle because she didn't like the questions that were being asked of a Hall of Fame NFL coach. And then they got on the field and underperformed. So, Bill, I hope next year's better. We all have lapses in judgment, but it was pretty clumsy this year, man. It's pretty clumsy. What do you got next?
Okay, so I have the Receipts Award.
Explain what that is.
This is for the team that took, I'm not going to say like the most disrespect, but they took it personally. I'll say that.
Okay.
They took it personally.
So they got some
They
shame.
kept the receipts, and then they silenced everyone.
Can't wait to hear. Who you got?
The Bears.
Yeah, there you go.
Against the Packers specifically.
Ah, there you go. I
'Cause
like
they
it.
lost to them earlier in the season,
Yep.
and then they beat their butts.
Yep.
Took it personally.
They did all year, right?
Yeah.
In the beginning, it was like same old Bears. They got blown out the first couple games.
Yeah.
Remember, Detroit scored 50 points on them in their second game.
I know.
Crazy. Same old Bears. Same old Caleb. Is he truly an NFL quarterback? And fast forward, I don't have him in my top 5, but they're not far out.
I would say top 10.
I absolutely have them in the top 10, and I've seen other reporters have them in the top 5. So yeah, I like that. I completely agree, man. I could go on and on. Very excited, even with the loss against the Niners.
Yeah.
The character, the team dynamic, the talent, and the execution. I'm very excited to be a Bears fan right now.
Same.
All right, my final award is for the best comeback of the year, and I'm excited. There were a few good choices on this one, but I got to give that to Lindsey Vonn. I talked about her a few weeks ago and everything that she has overcome to compete to be a part of the U.S. Olympic team in Italy next year. And sure enough, she has made the team. She won the St. Moritz downhill this month, her 3rd World Cup victory. She became the oldest woman to win a World Cup race, and she made the U.S. Olympic team. And man, there were some other good options, but I'm going to give it to Lindsey Vonn. I mean, undeniable, really, and the bionic knee. So that is my final award.
Cool beans.
Did we do them all? Did you do all of yours?
I did all mine.
Yeah, good stuff. Great year in sports. Very, very interesting and very fun for us as we launched our new hobby to be able to talk about it and learn about it and cover it. All right. You want to talk about looking ahead?
College football?
College football. So we have gone down to the Elite 8 after the first round of the CFP, with the top 4 seeds now entering the mix. First playoff of 4 playoff games starts tonight with Ohio State and Miami down in the Cotton Bowl. And then there are 3 games, triple header on the slate for tomorrow that include Oregon versus Texas Tech, Alabama versus Indiana, Ole Miss versus Georgia. In the nightcap tomorrow night, Oregon dropped 51 points in round 1. You know, I think that they are your upset pick.
They are. This
week to overtake Texas Tech. So we'll see if that pans out. Alabama and Indiana, man, I think that's going to be an exciting game to watch. That is happening in the Rose Bowl at 4:00 tomorrow. And then finally in the Sugar Bowl, kind of a home game for Georgia. This is a rematch of a game earlier this season with Ole Miss minus Lane Kiffin against number 3 Georgia. So that'll take us down to the semifinals, which happen on January 8th and 9th. And then finally the national championship, just a few weeks away on January 19th. Okay.
We'll be able to find out tonight if your upset pick is correct.
I know. I am.
Because I will make a prediction for that game, and I don't think it's Miami.
Okay. I see how you are. That's fine. Okay. All right. That is a wrap.
That is a wrap
on this episode.
Out.
2025 out. It has been a fantastic year. A lot to be grateful for.
Hey, we have a shout out.
We do have a shout out.
Yes, I almost forgot. So our shout out this week is to Lori, who is our most dedicated fan ever. And she counted my dabs last week. And she was correct. 21 dabs.
That's a lot of dabs. Is that like a world record? Yes. Shout out to Lori.
I just did 10 dabs, so you don't have to count.
Okay. But truly, shout out to everybody that listens. As we talked about at the beginning of this year, when we turned on the mics for the first time, we started this on a whim. Our family has always enjoyed sports, watching sports, been big fans, well before the girls were born. And I'm looking at a picture right now of Bella and Sophia wearing their Bears onesies, I think, with me watching Bears games up in Chicago before we came down. And obviously sports is a big part of our lives. And so Bella and I decided to try something new and different. And outside of both of our comfort zones a little bit. We've had a lot of fun. We've learned a lot. We've learned a lot about each other. We've learned a lot about sports, and we've had some pretty amazing times together along the way. And we really appreciate all of the support and the feedback from all of you who listen. So we're excited about the new year. And on behalf of both of us, we wish all of you a very happy new year, safe and prosperous, and look forward to coming back at you next week in 2026.
Yes.
Thanks, everybody. Happy New Year.
Bye.
Bye.